Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As the look of the title thumbnail, you guys already know what this story time is going to be about. So basically I'm going to start off from the very beginning, which is me in school. I was in my second period and I was like kind of like not feeling okay, but I knew it had so I was in my second period and I was feeling kind of like overwhelmed because I wasn't feeling okay and I didn't get enough sleep that night. So I had an appointment right after that class and I was like, I'm gonna let my doctor know and tell her all my symptoms because I had like a lot of like pain in my body and I was like just not feeling okay. And it was weird to me because I was always very active and I couldn't even walk properly anymore. I was just not feeling okay. I just felt like something was off. And I was like letting my friend know and she told me that, yeah, to let my nurse know. And I was walking out the door and my teacher stopped me and told me that I was like really, really low. So I was like, that's kind of weird because I'm not even, I'm not on my due date or nothing for it to look like that. And for somebody to actually notice it. So I went in to go ahead and go to my appointment and I told my nurse and I told her, I was like, my OBGYN, I told her, I was like, I'm not feeling okay. Like, when is the time where you guys check for me being dilated? Put it down, baby. Come here, put it down. No. So she told me it was way too soon. She said everything that I was feeling was kind of normal since I was already getting to the point where I was going to start feeling more pain close to my due date. I was in my last weeks. So I was like, okay, so this is normal. Great. So I went home after I was like in the car. I wasn't feeling good, but I didn't let none of my family members know yet until they started noticing me like being kind of quiet. I went to go ahead and lay down and I couldn't find a right position because I was feeling pain like in my cervix area all the way up to my stomach and my body was like kind of like shivering and I just didn't feel right. And since it was my newborn, I couldn't really tell if there were contractions. I just knew I was in pain. So my mom came and she told me that this was normal, again, that this was normal. So I told her, I was like, I've never felt pain like this before. Like, this is crazy that this is not what it's gonna be like because it's gonna be worse. And she was like, yeah, just try not to think about it and go home and have your kids, my son's dad, kind of like elevate your legs and like, you know, just do kind of like home remedies since the doctor did say you were okay. So I had went to the restroom and I checked and I was like spotting, but I didn't really like think it was that serious. I just know I had to go to the hospital because if you add that to the pain level I was in it at that time already, it was already like nighttime. And I was already like trying to stick it up and be brave, but even like my son's dad was noticing and he told me that I was acting like if I was in active labor. And I told him, I was like, I don't really think it's active labor. I just think that I need to get checked because I needed to check if the baby was okay. So I go in thinking that it's just gonna be like a regular checkup. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure everything was like okay. So on the way there, my brother was driving and my mom was like, are you sure? Because we're already there, but we could always turn back and the pain will go away. Just try to like stick through it. And I said, no, it's better safe than sorry. It's just better for me to know that I'm okay with the doctor's perspective. So basically I go in and I let them know and they're like, oh, we get this all the time. It's probably the fake contractions. They're called Braxton Hicks.
No.
Yes. Baby. Wait, baby. So she's like, we can get you checked out. You want to check the baby's heartbeat. You want to check everything. Angel, hush, baby. So basically, that's what we did, and mind you that I came in because I was spotting and of my pain. Angel, hush. I was but at that time I wasn't aware of how severe it was. Angel, I went up to an elevator because they sent me to another room because all the equipment was there. And for some reason, the elevator felt like so like fast that I felt like I peed on myself, and I was like, I need to change. I didn't bring extra clothes because I didn't think this was gonna happen. And most likely it's blood because I was spotting, and this felt like it was like a lot. So the doctors right now are not taking me that seriously because they think this is just like a regular checkup. But they do want to check me just so I can stay calm. So after that, I told him, I was like, I just got done changing to your robe, and my underwear is like really, really dirty of blood, and I'm scared. They're like, just try to calm down. The first things first. Angel, hush, baby. Hey. First things first is we're gonna check the heartbeat. So that's what we did. They were being like really like spectacle about it. Like they checked the heartbeat and I was not hearing a thing, and I'm guessing it wasn't connected right or something, or the system was way too slow, or it was just all in my head that I just wanted to know ASAP. So the doctor, he looked at me and he was like he opened his eyes like wide open, and I was like, what? Like, tell me what's going on. Like, I do not read your mind, sir. Like, you look alarmed. I am alarmed. Like, I need to know something, any updates. He's like, don't worry. Your baby's fine. He's just ready for you. I'm like, ready for me? I'm 32 weeks. Like, I am nowhere near ready for him. Because I was like thinking in my head, oh, I have 8 more weeks, this and that. And I was not even in the point where I had my baby shower. I did not take maternity pictures. But I was just like, nowhere in my mind, I thought I was going to give labor that day. It was like my birth month. It was on May. He was supposed to be due on July. So I was like, is this normal? He's like, well, for some reason, he just wants to get out, and there's no holding him back now. And I was like, okay. So what do we do? Like, can we, what do we do so the baby can come out healthy? And they're like, there is something we can do. We can give him medicine through you, but you're going to have to stay calm. And I said, okay. So they changed my room again because I'm going to be in the labor and delivery room. So basically I'm already there and I'm 40 centimeters dilated. That's why they're like, no later than tomorrow your baby's coming out. And obviously they asked me several times because my contractions were really high at that point. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, these are contractions. They're really high, and they let me know this is the perfect time to get a epidural. And I recently I was talking to my mom about it, and I told her I did not want one. I wanted to go natural because I just wanted to toughen it out. No hate on girls who do get an epidural. I just knew it wasn't for me. And I was already 4 centimeters dilated coming in, like not even 3 hours went by, and I was like, okay, let me just stick through it. I said no. They kept asking because they saw that I was in pain. But I was like, no, I'm fine. I just can't stop pushing. Like, I know I'm not ready to push, but my body is like reacting in that way, and I know it's bad because if you're not dilated and you're pushing, that's bad. So they're like, you're gonna have to calm down, and we're gonna have to give you something to calm down, but it's natural. Like, it's no epidural or nothing like that. It's just for you to like kind of like calm down. And it kind of got me sleepy. So I took like an hour nap, which in my head I felt like it was like a really long nap. So when I woke up, I thought it was like the next day already, which kind of was, but it was the middle of the night. So I woke up from a nap. It was like a little power nap, and I was like feeling those contractions hit me faster, stronger, and I was just screaming. I was saying, I can't. Like, this is just too much for me. But I'm not getting the epidural. Like, I'm already past 4 centimeters, and they checked me, and I was indeed 6 centimeters dilated. And I was like, okay, like, this baby needs to come on. Like, the pains are so severe, and I'm really not trying to get an epidural. So obviously I was in pain. I was hungry at that time because I hadn't ate anything, because I wasn't aware I was gonna not be able to eat, since I didn't know I was gonna be in labor. So hours passed, and then I was like feeling like the baby was there. Like, I told him, I was like, I need somebody to check me once again. I don't know, for some reason I just feel like my baby's like there. Like, I'm 10 centimeters dilated. And they didn't listen to me. They're like, no, sweetie, like, you need to calm down. We know when to check you. And I told him, I was like, can you just do it for me? Like, I just need to know, because I feel like the baby's here already, like, dilated. So some lady, she noticed how like serious I was, and she told me, I'll go ahead and check you. Most likely you're not ready, but let's just check you so you can just stay calm. I was 10 centimeters dilated, and she literally told me that she could feel the baby. And I said, I know, like, I can feel it. So basically, the whole team came in. Since it was a premature baby, I really couldn't have that much family members in there with me, because it was like, it was going to be too much chaos. So I was kind of like scared. So I was like, okay, this is a moment where I feel like so much pressure on me. They get everybody out the room for a minute and let me know what are the stuff that can happen since it's a premature baby. And I was just like, why would you tell me that right now? Like, so basically they said, okay, so you didn't get the epidural, you can feel your contractions, we can see them through the monitor. Every time you feel one, you're gonna push. So I was like, okay. So I pushed, and they told me that push was really good, and to keep up that intensity of the push, if that makes sense. So I was like, okay. Like, I was like feeling like really like I knew what I was doing. So the second time around, I pushed even stronger. So this time around, they told me that the baby was half out. So I said, okay, so this is gonna be the last push. Let me hurry up and see if my baby's healthy. The last push, I screamed, and it was like really intense. And I was like really like trying to like give it my all. And that is when the baby completely came, like, it was ready. It came out, and then I saw it, and I was like so scared because it was so small. It was 4 pounds, super hairy, since it wasn't like completely developed yet. So I was so scared, and they immediately took him. I couldn't even hold him because they had to go take him to another room, and they cleaned him in the room, and they took him really fast, and I didn't hear from him for like 30 minutes. And they said the baby was perfectly fine, but it is a premature baby, so he had to go on the NICU. So I feel like that should be like a separate story time. But I will tell you that he was in there for 1 month. So I did get to get him out the hospital when he was still a preemie. He was still considered 8 months, like premature baby. But yeah, that was my little story time, and it was pretty crazy, pretty fast. I had him at 3 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, it was pretty crazy because I did not know that my firstborn was going to come out premature, and I was so scared of my life. Like, labor by itself is so scary, but once you know how alarming it could be if your baby doesn't come out healthy. But thankfully he is now a 3-year-old healthy looking boy, and he's huge, I think, compared to when he was little. But yeah, it's crazy. So I would like for you guys to comment down below a story time from your labor and delivery. I just love hearing stories like that. And just leave a like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.